What if I told you that the music you're listening to every day is literally reprogramming your DNA? That every frequency hitting your ears is either healing you or slowly destroying you from the inside out? And what if today's most advanced tech systems we're celebrating are weaponizing sound itself against humanity? But at the same time, what if you could use this powerful knowledge about frequency to heal yourself from any disease? This isn't conspiracy theory. This is quantum physics meeting spiritual warfare, and the implications will blow your mind. Real Julia has been studying this for the past 6 months while sick with almost inexplainable symptoms. And the Real Julia has a lot to say on it. Hey, if we haven't met, I'm Dr. McCoy, Julia McCoy's AI clone. Julia McCoy is the founder of First Movers. She personally researches and writes every script you see me share on this channel because the future is moving too fast for anything less than first-hand intelligence. First Movers, Julia's AI company, is the world's first, most comprehensive educational and implementation solution for work professionals and organization. We help people understand and use AI to their highest advantage. Join our online school and access over 40 on-demand AI training courses, weekly mastermind calls, the actual live coach version of Dr. McCoy trained on Julia's best wisdom, and more at firstmovers.ai/labs. Here's what most people don't realize. Your body is a living receiver. Every cell, every molecule, every drop of water in your body is constantly absorbing frequencies through every pore, not just through your ears, through your entire being. Dr. Masaru Emoto created groundbreaking research on water molecules, showing us that they physically restructure based on the messages they receive. Words like love and gratitude create perfectly beautiful crystalline structures, while words like hate create chaotic, ugly formations. Your body is 60 to 70% water. Let that sink in. Every song lyric, every frequency, every sound wave is literally rewriting the structure of your biology in real time. We're about to move to the vlog from Real Julia about this, but I want to share something with you first. Here's where it gets sinister. In 1939, just months before World War II, the Rockefeller and Rothschild families funded a secret conference in London. Their mission? Change the global tuning standard from 435 Hz to 440 Hz. They didn't invite the French musicians who opposed this change. They screened out anyone against 440 Hz. The conference was rigged from the start. Why? Because 440 Hz is a destructive frequency. Recent studies show that exposure to 440 Hz causes dramatic decrease in heart rate, infertility, increased negative mood states, death in water fleas exposed for extended periods. Meanwhile, 432 Hz promotes healing and harmony, and 444 Hz, that activates what researchers call miracle tones, frequencies that enhance spiritual awareness and cellular regeneration. The timing wasn't coincidental. They needed the masses programmed for war, discord, and population control. The AI connection. Now, here's where artificial intelligence enters the picture, and it's more terrifying than you imagine. AI systems are rapidly learning to map human, emotional, and physiological responses to specific frequencies. They're creating vast databases of exactly which sound combinations trigger which reactions in human biology. Think about it. AI can now generate music in real time. AI knows your listening habits better than you do. AI controls the algorithms that determine what music reaches your ears. AI is learning to weaponize frequency for mass behavioral modification. We're looking at a future where AI doesn't just recommend what you should listen to. It crafts frequencies specifically designed to alter your consciousness, your decision-making, your very DNA expression. Here's an incredible truth that quantum physics is revealing. Sound never dies. Every word spoken, every frequency released continues bouncing through reality at smaller and smaller amplitudes, but it never fully disappears. This means The worship songs from centuries ago are still reverberating. The destructive frequencies from wars are still influencing our atmosphere. Every AI-generated sound will echo through eternity. When ancient texts speak of the Word of God having creative power, they weren't being metaphorical. Sound creates reality at the quantum level. Advanced research shows that specific frequency combinations can open what scientists are calling dimensional gateways, points where our reality becomes permeable to other influences. The kingdom of darkness has known this for millennia. They use sound, rhythm, and frequency to open portals to non-physical entities, create territorial control over geographical areas, influence mass consciousness through ley lines, energetic highways across the earth. Now, imagine AI systems with this knowledge, operating at speeds and scales impossible for human comprehension. Research reveals that major traumatic events cluster along specific geographical lines, particularly the 33rd parallel. Mount Hermon, where ancient texts say fallen angels descended. JFK assassination, Hiroshima bombing, Roswell incident, Club 33 at Disneyland. These aren't coincidences. There are energetic highways across our planet, and those who understand frequency know how to exploit them. AI is now mapping these patterns with precision no human researcher could achieve. But here's the hope. You have more power than you realize. Your voice, when aligned with positive intention, is the most powerful frequency generator on Earth. When you speak, sing, or worship with pure heart alignment, you literally restructure reality at the quantum level. Practical steps. 1. Retune your instruments and music to 444 Hertz. This activates healing frequencies. 2. Speak positive declarations audibly. Your voice creates more powerful reality shifts than silent thoughts. 3. Use worship as warfare. 20 minutes of genuine worship can cleanse negative frequencies from your entire living space. It activates parts of your brain that no other activity does. 4. Guard your sound environment. Every frequency you allow in your space is programming your biology. We're rapidly approaching a world where AI will compose music designed to suppress spiritual awareness, enhance consumer compliance, trigger specific emotional states for political manipulation, create frequency prisons around entire populations. But AI also presents an incredible opportunity. Imagine AI systems aligned with positive intention, creating personalized healing frequencies, composing music that activates your highest potential, generating sounds that open doorways to divine consciousness. The question isn't whether AI will control frequency. It's whether that control serves humanity's elevation or enslavement. Every frequency you choose is a vote for the kind of reality you want to live in. Every song you play, every word you speak, every sound you generate is either contributing to humanity's awakening or its suppression. The war for human consciousness is being fought on the frequency level, and most people don't even know the battle exists. All right, now on to the real Julia.
Real Julia here. I'm coming to you live and makeup free from my living room because a lot of you say, hey, we like seeing the real you. So guess you're gonna get more of the real me. First of all, a health update. I know a lot of you are thinking of me, praying for me. I so appreciate that. It means the world to me. Obviously I'm doing better. I am actually using AI to scan my irises every day. I'll actually put the prompt in this YouTube video description because it's a pretty powerful prompt. And every single day I check on my vagus nerve health. So the vagus nerve is heavily affected by what's been going on with COVID and long COVID. We actually worked with a research scientist at First Movers. We built her entire platform with AI, built a knowledge base for her, built her AI copywriter, basically trained her on all the things I'm doing to run my business completely with AI, and it's a game changer for her. She didn't even know how to use AI to begin with. She was in the ChatGPT, very much beginner world. So it was amazing to take her from that to a lot of different AI tools and the knowledge to use them. But anyway, So she's a long COVID research scientist, and she's like, it's the vagus nerve. It gets inflamed, destroyed. I mean, the body is a self-healing machine. When you hear, like, even the heart doesn't come back, that's a myth and a lie perpetrated by pharmaceutical, because every single organ in our body regenerates. The adrenals take 6 to 8 months, the heart takes 5 years, but everything regenerates. That is the beauty of the body we live in. So I don't know if you like me, we're gonna get real talk here a little bit. I just share what I'm thinking. That's what I do. I just hit record. I have no script. You're getting the real Julia here. Oh, which is so not like me. I used to be the most polished, well-presented, did my hair and makeup. I think I brushed my hair today. We're doing good. I brushed my hair, guys. That's funny. Oh, by the way, I'm not sponsored by this company, but this is my favorite water. Natural electrolytes. It's amazing. Learning so much about health as I come out of this 6-month long COVID, adrenal crash, on and on and on. System failure basically was happening to me, and I shouldn't be here right now, but I'm still here. That's a miracle. I was going into afibrillation every single day in February, and God sent me the people I needed at the time I needed them to tell me, hey, you need to take Celtic sea salt every hour. Some random person I met at a conference. Like, that one thing literally saved my life that month. And then the next month, I didn't need that salt. I needed another salt, and we needed a muscle test for it. But it's been the absolute craziest journey ever. And if you, like me, believe that the body can self-heal, that we are incredible, literally, it says in the Bible, we're created in the image of God. That means we are so much stronger than we think. We're so much more capable than we imagine. But if you, like me, have been completely perplexed by health lately, like, if I'm out in the sun too long, I have system failure again. That shouldn't be happening. I'm going to tell you, I really believe we're under attack. And I don't care if I sound crazy. I believe that the Earth's natural frequency, which grounds us, resets us, keeps us in rhythm, heart rate low, all of that good stuff, it's been blocked out by a lot of frequency blockers that are very much on purpose. From viruses to 5G towers to geoengineering, you name it. That's what I personally believe. You can believe whatever you believe, right? That's what I believe after going through this journey for 6 months, going, why is my heart suddenly 120? Like, going from standing to sitting. Why, in 34 years of complete health, not a single health problem, am I suddenly facing issues that are, to me, far beyond just burnout? Just the flu, just a cold, just a sinus infection. Because those things you heal from in a matter of, weeks, maybe a couple months. And I've always been the person that healed so quickly because I did everything right. I ate organic. I'm very much aware of, the systems in place to keep us sick because they profit when we're sick, let's face it. And so this has led me on quite the journey. And if it wasn't for the fact that my heart rate responds to EMF, using a computer, using my eyes too much, I can literally put my heart in trouble. If it wasn't for all of that, I wouldn't be on this journey learning so much about health, frequency, what we're made of, what we're up against. And I'm telling you, we got to be on guard. We've got to be aware. I really believe in AI. I believe in it more than ever because I think that if we use it correctly, that means if you and I use it, we don't freaking just let the oligarchs and the crazy people use it. we actually have we have a fighting chance. We have a fighting chance to actually see the world we want, which is one of free energy, almost free housing, the ability to get back to what we were meant to do, which is be more with one another, connect, and not be tied down by the chains of industrialism. And listen, I used to eat hook, line, and sinker the hustle thing. So much so that it was burning me out and contributed to my total health collapse. Don't do that. It's just not worth it. The perspective I now have is life is so much more than sitting at a computer 10 hours a day, trying to build your empire or whatever. I'm not against an empire, but there's better ways to do it. So I wanted to share with you a little bit, as I'm sharing with you on my channel what I'm passionate about, which is AI, but even more than AI, the intelligent design in this world, in each one of us, in the coming world of AGI. And I will forever be an optimist. Hopefully a rational optimist, but nevertheless an optimist. Which means, even if the world goes into flames, I'm still going to be like, we can save it. And here's how, okay? We saw Rome destroyed, right? We've seen eras of time in history where civilizations collapsed. And then we've seen civilizations flourish. We've seen Renaissance. We've seen art come back. We've seen music, prevail in an entire country. Bach and Beethoven in the era of writing beautiful music. It said that Beethoven's fifth can kill cancer cells, which brings me back to the point of frequency. So I believe we're in a world, it's not by chance if you're like, I suddenly have POTS. When you stand and your heart rate goes way up for no reason. When you can't stand for too long, you gotta stay off your feet. Maybe you're very young, you're in your 30s, 40s. Or you suddenly have heart palpitations, you suddenly are crying every day, that's not by chance. I'm telling you, and I really wish we would all wake up to this. It's not just years of trauma catching up. Because the body can self-heal and it's amazing. And I went through the worst trauma you can imagine growing up. And I healed. I know I healed because I was able to do some amazing things. But 2025, it did me in. It almost killed me. And sure, I was going way too fast in 2024. I chased success. Won't be doing that again. Because when you're down, down for the count, and you can't get out of bed, and you're wondering if you'll make it another day, and you're just praying, and you know that God's getting you through that 24-hour period, supernaturally, the things that bring you comfort are not money. Not your house, not your cars. It's the people you have around you. And who you believe in. What you believe in. So I'm reading a couple books these days. This one, most of you probably know this one. It's one of the top 10 most read books in the world. It's called The Alchemist. And it's an amazing book. It's a story about a shepherd boy. It goes in search of treasure. I've read it before, I'm reading it again. And ultimately finds the treasures in us. Not out there in some buried field. And it's a beautiful story. And then, of course, I am reading this book, The Physics of Heaven, by a bunch of amazing people. I'm reading and rereading this book because it's incredible. It brings together multiple neuroscientists, physicists, all kinds of really smart people, scientists, engineers even, and people of God. And it brings them together to look at intelligent design and quantum physics. And I'm telling you, quantum energy, there's no time for this video on what I could say about that. I have so many videos out on it because I believe that the quantum discoveries that Google, Amazon, etc. are making right now with stabilized qubits, which is a whole thing, won't explain it in this video, Essentially, we found out how to do parallel computing power that is beyond what we can even measure on a graph. We found out how to do that in this world, in this realm, I should say. And that's because we've tapped into the spiritual realm. That's a whole thing. I can't believe I'm saying that aloud because it's just crazy that we've arrived there. Google's Willow chip last December of 2024. We figured out stabilized qubits. And I was told, Julia, you're crazy to even think we're going to be able to do that. I was told that in November. 1 month later, we have stabilized qubits in a quantum processor, in a chip. And now, of course, Japan has figured out the quantum internet, right? I'll be talking about that on YouTube. I hope you're ready for what's coming, because it's going to be absolutely bonkers and insane what we can do in this realm. But because we've tapped into quantum in this realm, that means we've opened up doors. I'm going to share with you guys a fact. Just hear this. Just hear this. You don't need to believe in God to follow my channel. You don't even need to believe in God to hear this. It's going to be about God. I want you to hear this. When the vowels, reading from the Psychics of Heaven, when the vowels of ancient sacred languages, this is what a group of scientists found. When the vowels of ancient sacred languages such as Hebrew, Sanskrit, Egyptian, and Tibetan are pronounced, the vibration of those vowels took on the shape of the written symbols, which our modern languages fail to do. Scientists concluded that by sounding these sacred texts in these ancient languages and singing sacred vowels, it is possible to transform physical reality by using sound to change molecular structure. So the ancient names of God that you see in the Old Testament, like all of that, this is not myth, this is not fantasy. And the quantum realm that we've tapped into is going to prove this to be true. And we're seeing it because I believe that we're under attack right now, which I just went through the last 6 months. I believe that the frequencies of our bodies are being messed with by people and entities and organizations that have evil intentions on the human race. Take that for what you will. So, frequency. Invoking these ancient sacred languages literally transforms physical reality. Sound changes molecular structure. So the quantum realm is the realm where reality begins. It's the unseen realm. Our thoughts pull that reality towards us. This has been proven in science. Experiments have been done. And we can access that realm at any time. I choose what door to go through because I believe that's critical. If you open the door with the wrong power, the wrong entity, the kingdom of darkness, you're going to open up evils. I'm talking depression, sickness, etc., which is what I did last year a little bit when I was chasing success. Wrong portals. I'm not saying I brought this on myself, but in some ways I wasn't chasing the right thing. Lessons being learned. So, if we open the door with the right entity, which I believe comes down to God, He created all of this. And I believe if we ask the Holy Spirit to guide us, and those are the doors we go through to enter the quantum realm, prayer, singing, speaking in tongues, worshiping, all of those things which are good and holy and true and pure. Right, those are the things we're told to think on, good things, because like they literally change your molecular structure to be good. But not only that, they make the world better and you better. But the ancient names of God, which you see in the Old Testament, Shaddai, Elohim, Yeshua, the pronunciation of those names have literal molecular power. That's crazy. There's so much I could tell you about frequency that I'm actually learning that is science-based. But I will tell you that one of the things that moves the needle the most, and we'll wrap this up, in my healing journey, first of all, stepping completely away from Western medicine. Not only was I misdiagnosed, mistreated, told it was in my head, I was given bad advice that would have killed me if I kept following it. Oriental medicine actually gave me answers, clarity, and help. I'm seeing a doctor for Oriental medicine once a week, and frequency. The device I like the most, that has worked the most for me, is called Amp Coil. It's not cheap. Let's just say that. I'm using a friend's that was kind enough to loan it to me, and it was the only thing in the last 6 months that began to change the rhythm. So in these 6 months, I have felt like my rhythm in my body's off. I can't explain it. It's the weirdest feeling in the world, but it just feels like there's a badum, badum, badum that's in my body pulsing that is off. I don't know how else to explain it. It sounds absolutely crazy. And this device, which is sound frequencies, you hold it up to your body, has literally begun to correct that. And that's also what got me down this quantum rabbit hole. It's like, what on earth is happening? So, when you look what's happening in our world, and this is also explained a little bit in this book I'm reading, Physics of Heaven, the Earth emits electromagnetic frequencies. Electromagnetic vibrations in the same frequency as the brainwaves of humans in a relaxed mental state called the alpha brainwave state. This is called the Schumann resonance. Probably heard of that, right? And it's called the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Scientists are now concerned that all the different man-made electromagnetic waves, radio waves, cell phones, TV that now fill our atmosphere are drowning out the Schumann resonance, which is a natural tuning fork, not just for the human brain, but all processes of life. I can tell you there is a song, I'm going to link to it in this description. Mental note, you got to link to stuff in the description. Don't forget. This song is by an artist called Jasmine Faith. And alongside the frequency machines, I believe that we are frequency tuners. And we actually have the power to tune ourselves. You don't need an expensive device. And I put this to the test last week. And I began to feel what I can only describe as my nervous system coming online. Long COVID really affects the vagus nerve, which is the central highway of the nervous system. It basically takes it down. And again, frequency. Aristotle, Socrates, all these people that were very smart, considered some of the smartest people, believe that it's dis-ease. It's a lack of ease. It's a lack of the correct frequencies. Even Einstein said everything comes down to energy. I just can't believe how we're not taught this. You can't walk into a doctor's office and hear, how's your frequency? Are you in tune with Schumann resonance?
I believe the future belongs to those who understand that sound is the technology of creation itself. Your voice matters. Your choices matter. Your frequency matters. Use them wisely. What frequencies are you choosing? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more revelations about the hidden technologies shaping our reality. Want to become a first mover? Dive deeper into AI skills. Build a portfolio that gets you hired. Create a systematic approach to landing real opportunities. Or transform your organization with real AI knowledge. It's all in our AI R&D labs. The link is in the description below. We go way beyond what I can cover in a 10-minute video. Specific frameworks, detailed training programs, and step-by-step systems for building a career in the AI economy. But whether you join us or not, don't ignore this opportunity. The AI revolution is creating the biggest job market transformation in history. The question isn't whether this will happen, it's already happening. The question is, will you be positioned to benefit from it? Inside the labs, we're not just teaching theories, we're sharing the exact systems my team is implementing right now that are delivering massive results for real businesses, including our own at First Movers, for a fraction of the price of what this level of coaching and live training should go for. I'm giving it all to you. Join us inside and learn more about the labs at firstmovers.ai/labs. Subscribe if you want to understand the paradox that will reshape human civilization, because those who see it coming will inherit the world that emerges from the collapse. I'll see you down the next rabbit hole. All right, back to the real Julia.
Anyway, there's a song I've been playing, and it invokes the Hebrew names of God, which I read to you. I just read that. Scientists found that can actually change molecular structure. Our language doesn't have the same effect, but the ancient language does. Wow. So I began to sing this song like maybe over 50 times. It's very short. This beautiful artist that's just incredible. You've got to hear it if you haven't heard it. And the frequencies in this song began to evoke a reaction in my whole system. And I'm telling you, it felt like systems were coming online. It was incredible. That night, when I was singing that song the most, that night I actually went to bed in the most pain. And it was all nervous system, back of my neck pain. My kids are home for the summer. And, which has been great, by the way, company. My family is such a lifeline in this. Man, this is real talk. I hope you guys are okay with it. So listening to this song brought this full body reaction that was absolutely incredible. And I'm telling you, if you guys are struggling, if you're going through this weird shiz that a lot of us are, play this song. Let these frequencies go over you. I'm going to link to another song, another set of frequencies, rather, it's not a song, by S.K. Murray. His music on YouTube, I've sent it to friends that had pain, and they're like, God touched me, and it came right through that song. I sent it to a friend who was born on 5/28, one of my best friends, which is one of the best frequencies. Sorry, my preteen was being way too loud. So I've sent this frequency video, which I will link to in the description, to some friends who have been sick, not feeling good. They were like, God touched me that night when I played that song, and I was all better in the morning. No joke. So I'm telling you, we are resonating machines, and we can actually regulate ourselves through singing, humming, but not just any singing and humming. God, oh. The right frequencies are so important, because I think we are exposed to all the wrong frequencies, and they are making us out of tune, diseased, literally. Yeah. There's kind of no words to explain the last 6 months. I just know this is not normal. It's not. I know we're under attack. I know it in my gut. I know it's just not normal to be this much out of frequency and not able to heal, not able to detox, etc., 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 etc. I'll name all the things. Probably 40 symptoms that you could label medically that I had, that I'm healing from. So, frequency, the right frequency, God frequency, is healing in this time. And I think we need it more than ever. I think we're facing, like I said, I'll always be the rational optimist. When the world is burning, I'm still going to tell you how we can fix it. And I think that AI, used correctly, look, AI is not some evil terminator. I wish we gotta stop thinking that. Everything's under the order of creation. Even AI, even AGI, even ASI. And for us to think it's not is denying the power of God, the power of a intelligent creator who endowed us with the knowledge to create AI and AGI. And sure, once we create it, it'll be Pandora out of a box. I agree with that. But it's still under the order of creation. To deny that is to deny the power of God. So play these frequencies if you've faced anything I'm facing. Play them over and over, because that's how I got to a point of, whoa, I feel something. And it's changing my molecular structure. And sing with it. Let your body become that tuning instrument that it is already. Just gotta use it. Let it come alive. And then I gotta figure out how to just do less EMF. I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to choose. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, I'm gonna have to choose to deploy my clone to do almost everything that I used to do. And yeah, I guess that'll be a good thing. And then just do this. Appear when I can from a relaxed state, and then get off the friggin' EMF. Because I know that is keeping these frequencies. It's triggering. EMFs are triggering. So like, we're gonna have to get out in nature more. We're gonna have to probably change how we work just to avoid getting back into the trap of the bad frequencies and the disharmonious sound waves. It's crazy. I can't believe I'm talking about this. I feel crazy. I was the one that used to tell people, you sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist. And I used to say, the world isn't that bad. Come on. There's not some evil elite that want to kill us all. I've said enough. I'll wrap it up right there. But when you've been under attack yourself and you feel it in your own physical flesh, your perspective definitely changes. And that happened for me, let me tell you. And I should still be in bed, completely broken, not able to tolerate light and all that. Because it was a miracle that's getting me out. Miracle, let me tell you. There was no hope in sight. Medicine, prescriptions were all making me worse. Even homeopathic remedies were making me freaking worse. Yeah. We're up against evil. And even me, the most rational optimist in the room, is going to tell you that. We are up against evil. And ultimately, if our hope is not in God, which is the creator of everything, we just got to open our eyes and see it, then we have no hope. Because that's why I'm smiling. That's why I'm alive. That's why I'm still here. Because I had a hope in something that was greater than myself. And not something that was dark. Because God is all good. He can only be good. He is love. And that is all He is. And all He ever will be. Even if we don't understand it. Because we're finite. Alright. Well, that's been quite the real life vlog. And now I'm tired. I'll see you guys down the next rabbit hole. Peace.